Better be prepared for what's next. That's what this music is clearly saying. This all known elements of fear comprise into one that only plays for a few agonizing seconds. Another thing that I just noticed, you can clearly see Samus hyperventilating in her sprite animation when she's standing perfectly still. That is outstanding detail I've ever seen for a Metroid sprite. They gave her hyperventilating sprite animations, and she has it. And she has this animation every single second in the entire game. No one ever seems to notice that. It's an outstanding detail. You can clearly tell that she's afraid, just by looking at the animations of her entire body. But anyway, I've said too much. I'm gonna say it again. Hello everyone, GBA049 here, and welcome back to another episode of A Dreadful Journey. Definitely a dreadful journey. Featuring Metroid Fusion, episode number 38. So yeah, the SAX has slipped inside as seamlessly and effortlessly slipped inside Sector 4 as a result of our supposed task of unlocking the security hatches, and then officially just coming to realization that it was a bad idea. It only just allowed the SAX to gain the upper hand and just make the game and just make the atmosphere more petrifying. The SAX, an enemy with my strongest abilities, but does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. Alright, let's go. Sector 4. The aquatic ecosystem of the BSL, of the BSL research station. There's also home where we fight our fourth boss in the game. This sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially this SAX. Yeah, way to blow your cover there, genius. Look, just a subtle detail that they clearly have an agenda hidden inside their sleeves. You find the creatures that kill anything to morph into those creatures. Fascinating. Parasites that nearly killed Samus. Just nearly killed Samus. You find them fascinating. Especially this SAX. But who's more fascinating? A heartless abomination? Without a soul? Or one that destroys them? Apparently to Adam, the answer is clear. Yeah, just instantly change the subject like you don't want your cover to be blown, despite the fact that you just did, dumbass. But I digress. This sector is home to a very large creature, the researchers called Serris. It is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributable to Serris. No doubt the SAS released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Serris is returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you will be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. And as the elements of horror rise, so too do the hazards in the game. Aside from this game most definitely being a survival horror game, made by Nintendo no less, this game by itself is phenomenal with build-up. It is absolutely phenomenal with the build-up. Alright, turn inside. And we see some scissor enemies just like roaming in the background. Just keeping an eye on us. Monkey bars. I almost landed in the water accidentally. Yeah, just use missiles to destroy the scissor enemies. Sector 4 AQA. Soundtrack that plays in here is basically the exact same as concept as it would previously in Sector 2, but it's a lot more quiet with its energy. A lot more quiet. Like you don't want to make a single sound every single time you inside this place. When you step foot inside this place, it just grows more sinister by the minute. I know for a fact that there are pickups inside this area, but I don't think I can get to them quite yet. Because, well, obviously what you need to do, you need to have the super missiles, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe that's a normal missile. Yeah, it's normal missiles. Alright, let's go. Shot. And we got another missile tank. And what the heck is this one right down here? Gotta be something else in here besides just that. Give me a second. I don't think I've ever gotten a 100% completion run Metroid Fusion before. Well, because it kind of forces you to complete the game if you go too far, which is really fucking stupid. Unless... of course I could be wrong about that, though. Because every single time when you, try to collect every item in the game, way before you beat it, you only have like a slim chance of actually like having the actually bearing the capability to completing the game 100%. Which is annoying as hell. I must reiterate. But then again, that's not my intention in this game. Alright. Alright, so I was right. Yeah, they restore 2 rounds of ammo. There we go. And we got another energy tank that's going to be extremely helpful by the time we fight Serris. I already said it before, but I'll say it again. Well, back in AIM2R. If you ask me, the way that Serris was designed in AIM2R is a lot more better and actually fun to fight than in Metroid Fusion, because it actually gives you a challenge. Serris is actually challenging in AIM2R. Well, outside of just spamming the ever-living shit out of morph ball, ever-living fuck out of power bombs like a degenerate. Because that just destroys the whole purpose, unlike fighting Serris, if you ask me. And here, Serris barely has any HP. And that's kind of disappointing. Well, to be fair, I almost got knocked off. That was close. To be fair, everything in this game is designed to finish you off very quickly. So, it's your duty to do the exact same thing to them before they do it to you. Okay then, let's see here. Oh yeah, of course. I completely forgot about this room. Hidden missile tank. Very well hidden, actually. Just gonna go make those ouches writhe in pain more than their name. They're here. I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, I'm supposed to have the speed booster here first. Need to get the speed booster, which we get from Serris. Fitting. Considering that it is a creature capable of moving at ultra-high speeds, just like Adam said it would. And even though this is Serris' only appearance in the series, I like how he was designed, and I really love how he was designed in AIM2R, because his placement makes sense, because it's a creature from SR388. But like I said before, Serris' placement in Metroid Fusion is a little bit confusing in a way, because they only view the Federation view Serris as a valuable specimen, quote-unquote valuable specimen. In what way exactly? Like, what do they plan to use Serris for? And here is the interesting thing about how Serris was introduced in Metroid Fusion, because this is its skeleton. This is all that remains of the host when the X-Parasite completely overrules it. Only a husk remains of the X-Parasite host. Because, according to, well, I don't know, like, giving the indication of the air bubbles in this tank, it gives it the indication that that Serris is that Serris became an ex-parasite host just a while ago. So definitely on the other side is the Serris X. So let's go. Like I said before, Serris is very easy in Metroid Fusion. Get the red. Gonna get that red X parasite. Replenish my energy. However, I won't lie that the fight itself is pretty damn fun. All right, let's go. Ah, damn it! I was trying to like read his movements. His movements is like slightly predictable in this game. That he doesn't aim too hard because he'd like to circle around everywhere in the entire area. And here is a little bit slower, actually. Well, that is well slower until you agitate him. But okay, I'm saying a little bit too much here. This is a cheaper yet also very easy strategy to take care of Serris the fastest. Just camp by the entrance of the door and shoot a missile the moment you see, like, the moment it's about to emerge. Because you're almost safe on the bottom corner of the room. Yeah, just do what Spore Spawn taught you, and just do what Spore Spawn taught you, and just spawn in the, just camp at the entrance of the room. Kind of insulting to do, but it works. Honestly, that's not the proper thing. That's a cheap way to take care of Serris, not the fun way. Fun way is doing it normally. So, let's go. However, I must point out that the noise Serris makes when it the noise that Serris makes when it just like suddenly spazzes out of control, when you like spazzes out of control. There's something so funny about that. The noise that Serris makes when it dies is just so funny to me. High pitched, sudden, and it's just it looks like I don't know, like sounds like it's like I don't know. Turning completely fucking insane. Like it's like some kind of screech of, I don't know, it's screech of dismay, almost. But I just like it because it's funny. And I really like Serris colored black. Well, it won't last long. Ow. Oh shit, 200 tanks lost. Okay, where are you at? Okay, now I know why it's funny. Because he spins faster the louder the screech becomes. Gets me every time. And we've acquired the Speed Booster. Speed Booster power regained. Run until Speed Boost begins. Another thing that I must question regarding the X-Parasites and their omniscient capabilities, omniscient prowess and all that, how exactly are they able, I don't know, like, okay, omniscient abilities to, like, copy, you know, organisms and killing them after copying them? I must ask, how do they become, how exactly do they become a core X? Like, what's the process for that exactly? I don't really understand. I really do not understand on like on how core X parasites come to be. Just, I don't know, maybe just like I don't know, like maybe a bunch of other X-parasites in the, maybe a bunch of other X-parasites, you know, perhaps like clump up together, similar to you know, the Coverts in Super Metroid, except they're not dead. They just like morph up into a gigantic mass and become one. Basically, maybe that's how it works. I don't know. At any rate, let's drain out the water in this place. But not completely, because there's more water to find down below. Right through here. As you can clearly notice, I'm a lot more serious in this playthrough. I wouldn't really joke around in Metroid Fusion, because I'm just trying to keep a suspenseful behavior as much as like a quiet and like a, I don't know, cautious behavior, the way that Metroid Fusion you know, is clearly doing right now. That's how it's going to be for the rest of that. That's how it's going to be for the rest of this series, actually. However, on the topic of suspenseful behavior, I'd like to speculate my own things I'd really like to talk about in Metroid Dread. It is said that at the recent trailer in the Nintendo Direct, Samus's mission is to, I guess, supposedly, investigate Planet ZDR to find out if the X-parasites are still alive, and to destroy the last of their kind before they learn the potential and threaten the universe, just like the SAX in Metroid Fusion. Just by hearing that, just sends chills down my spine. Just hearing that. If it actually is the case, I have my own speculation just revolving around my head to like not exactly predict, but I don't want this to be the case, but if it is, that's going to be a little bit disappointing, but also intriguing at the same time. That the X-parasites are indeed, like, I don't know, like, back. They're thriving on ZDR, and the SAX could potentially make an appearance in Metroid Dread. Not only that, but I do not want this to be the case. There could be a possibility that the Chozo that you encounter inside ZDR could be X-parasite hosts. Like the Chozo General. Just committing treason on the rest of them when they want to escape SO388. There could be a chance that it might be an X-parasite host, because the X-parasites are physically capable to mimic the physical structure of mechanical design organisms, and the Chozo General does definitely appear to be mechanical rather than organic creature for some weird reason. I mean, you can clearly tell that the very moment when Samus shot a super missile directly on his face, and it just gave him a scar in the process, which pissed him off, and just proceeded to just like make it more formidable in prowess. Just by pulling off the flash, just by pulling off the flash shift ability out of nowhere. But yeah, Chosen General is like does appear to be mechanical in appearance, or perhaps that mechanical design is actually that mechanical appearance is just it only appears to be the design of his battle armor. So yeah. And there also could be a chance that the enemies we face are also ex-parasite, I don't know, hosts. Actually, hold on just a second. This might not be the possibility at all to begin with, considering, like, if you just like take into account that that Kraid appears for some weird reason. He is a space pirate and that inhabits planet Zebes. So what the hell is he doing in ZDR? I have no fucking clue. There also could be a possibility that we might encounter Dragon and Crocomire and the rest of the and also Fantoon. I don't know. Who can say for sure? However, I will say this: given the fact that Metroid Dread takes place immediately after Metroid Fusion, the concept of Metroid Dread, just actually thinking about what in the hell to expect, is downright horrifying to me. Because this could potentially be the worst possible outcome that anyone could ever possibly come to imagine. Metroid 5 might. It's going to break my heart, but it might conclude the end of Samus's life. Because how in the absolute hell? How in the hell is Samus going to survive through all of that? With the Emmy robots just hunting her down, instant game over when she gets captured. Evil Chozo roaming about on ZDR, wanting to figure out more on what happened to them on planet Zebes and SO388 respectively. No more about their civilization. And what the evil Chozo were planning. The fact that she's so fucking close that she's like very close to become genetically unstable, because she bears not one but 2 strands of DNA. If she gets another one, it's practically game over. It's practically game over for her. Such a spine-chilling prospect. We don't even know what to. We don't know what to expect. I don't even know if I'm ready for it. Alright, let's continue on. Let's continue on with this prospect. So Serris had been infected by the X2. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet. But that's still a ways off. HQ is more support data. This time, it's missile upgrade data. You desperately need this. But the data room here is sealed with the level 4 lock, the highest security level. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SAX activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern, as if it is blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best option for this download is in Sector 3, Pyre. PYR. You will find the PYR data room on your map after using a navigation room there. Is your objective clear? Now, head for Sector 3, PYR. Yep, the high thermal environment. That's quite honestly more barren in X activity compared to the rest of the areas, compared to the rest of the sectors. Not sure why, but it just is. Alright. Oh yeah, a little bit of a glitch I'd like to show in here. If I can actually pull it off, that is. It's a visual glitch, but I'm not exactly sure how to pull it off. Oh, I already know how. Yeah, I can actually you can actually charge your you can actually activate your charge beam when you're in the sprinting animation rather when you have your gun pointed forward. You can actually do so. The very moment when you're inside a door. It's kind of funny. Anyway, right in Sector 3. The shortest sector in the entire game. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet. The data room here is sealed by another security hatch. In order to download, you must find the security room here and activate level 2 hatches. This may allow the SAX parasites into the area, but we are left with no choice. Your recovery is our main goal. Yep, just keep on hinting your agenda. The data room is here. As I explained, security rooms can't be shown on the map. Be careful, Samus. You will see very violent organisms here. And avoid the ultra-heated areas. Your suit can't take such high temperatures yet, but we're working on it. Level 2 hatches are green. Release a lock and proceed to the data room for download. Super missile data is ready. Your firepower will triple. Is your objective clear? First, activate green hatches. Then go to the data room. There are no ultra-heated areas on this route, so turn back if you enter one. Alright. Thankfully, immediately after when we exit out of Sector 3, by activating security locks, the only thing that we needed to do, the only thing that we need to do after that, well, afterwards is just like, you know, just pick up a bunch of, you know, items and all that, but, this sector is small, but it has a very interesting role to play way later on. So right now in here, it seems that the suspenseful atmosphere appears like sounds to be calming down a little bit, because it's only a matter of time before, well, disaster begins to emerge. It's still all about the precautions. And yes, I'm going through here because I have plenty of energy to get the things that I need. It's most likely just a missile expansion, but it's well worth it. Yep, missile expansion. Early missile expansion. Thank you very much. Now to be a lot more careful in here. Actually, no. I can actually get an early energy tank in here too. So here's where you get the shine spark, and yeah, let's go get it. There is another item inside this area, but I legitimately have no idea how the fuck to get it. So, all right, there we go, got it. I most likely can only get it with the power bomb, it looks like, so yeah. Because this leads to absolutely nothing. Well, as far as I'm aware, anyway. Yeah, I have no idea where the hell this actually leads to. Unless... Actually, no, it doesn't lead to anything. It's just an exit. But why in the hell would it actually be designed like this? That's so suspicious. Aha! Of course. It could be a shine spark directly on top of there. Alright then. Despite the fact there's no ramp at all. Never mind, that's not gonna work. Wait, hold on a second. Maybe it will. Can I perform the speedball? I completely forget if I can actually perform the speedball. I can't do the speedball. Are you actually kidding me? Nope, it doesn't work. Speedball does not work in Metroid Fusion. However, I'll tell you what does work, so let's make this a lot more easier. Alright. An easy exit. Easy way back out. There we go. Yep, every door is just unlocked. Speed booster right there. However, I haven't gotten everything in this area yet, so... Oh, wait, never mind. It's all the way down here. I forgot. Yep, speed booster. All the way over here. Like, green locks, of course. Alright. Fall through the floor right here. Destroyed blast door. SAX activity. Missile tank, got that. And damn it. Want to see if there's anything else I was missing there. Obviously, this is an area with a green door, so we can't go through there. Any of them, actually. You know, things that I mentioned earlier about me being afraid about what horrors to expect in Metroid Dread. Not like the Emmy robots or what I might encounter. I'm worried for Samus, more specifically than anything else. Because all throughout their entire adventure, she has gone through so much realms of hell. It is absolutely insane, and no one would ever be able to survive through all of that. All that emotional, afflicting trauma. The moment she was born. Well, not exactly born, but the moment when her life began. I'm gonna say this right now, but might be a little bit blunt when I point this out, no doubt. But I'm gonna say this: name any other character in video games that has a sad life. Name another video game character that has an equally sad life as Samus Aran. I'll wait. I will definitely wait. Because there's just no one else in video games that would just ever replace the shit that Samus has to go through. Most of the time she's used because of her Chozo capabilities. Yeah, she only has like a Huh. Well, okay then. That's a lot more easier. I don't even want to go into the detail on what exactly makes us perfectly explains all the details on why Samus has the most saddest life out of any video game character in existence, but let's just say that every second is hell for her. But despite that, despite everything, despite all the shit he has to go through, her ambition to, like, avenge the death of her parents still lives on. And that's what makes her a true badass, too. Just let vengeance just fuel your freaking ambition. And the moment we do this, level 2 security hatches in Sector 3, and now we are greeted with X-parasites. It's like, hey, what do you know? More places for us to wreak havoc in. Garutas, a lot more dangerous and lethal than anywhere else in the series, honestly. Wait, you can actually kill them with a single pseudo shine spark? I didn't know that. Well, anyway, let's explore the green hatches further. Yep, you can actually kill them instantly with a pseudo shine spark. That's a lot more easier. All right, so that's a gray hatch. Take that. What's this? Can't hurt to check, you know. Oh my god. I always died so many freaking times by these Garutas in Metroid Fusion because of how much damage they deal. But now they're a total sense to take care of. Courtesy to the pseudo shine spark. Yep, charge shot is a lot more powerful than a missile. Well, currently anyway. Oh shit. Clearly we can't go in there yet because the X-parasites are becoming a lot more intelligent by the minute. Because before, those organic barriers that were green that only took normal missiles to take down are now purple, and they require super missiles. They're trying their absolute best. They are so smart and intelligent enough to the extent that they're becoming so smarter to block progress, to prevent Samus from becoming more stronger. It's a war. It's a war inside their hive. Good old Foons. That'll soon evolve into the Namahis later on. Exactly how many missiles did it take to take those things down? Sovas. Missile expansion right down here. And I could be wrong, but there might be something else down here as well. Oh, there is! I was right. What was in here? That's a little bit suspicious. Ah, I know exactly where that leads to. I know exactly where this leads. More pickups that I can't go through. I need to have I need to have the wave beam and the Various suit to go all the way up here to get some energy tanks and quite possibly a missile expansion. I can't be the only one who is severely bothered by the black textures in the background. Just makes it so a little bit uneven with the sludge-like substance. Just I don't know, like sludge-like substance just corroding the background. Because all I say is because the rest are outstanding graphics, on the other hand are just blocks of black blocks. 2 charge shots compared to like I think six missiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, more stronger than missiles. Just confirmed it. But are they more stronger than super missiles? We'll find out. No, I'm not. Force of habit with aim 2R there, my mistake. Let's see. Oh yeah, all the way up there is where I'm supposed to go. We're also going to encounter the BOX. Not exactly sure why they call a four-legged spider machine, rogue machine box, but if you ask me, I think that I like to think that that the name for a BOX is more generic and less creative, because it's just box. Why would they even call it that? Yes, I feel like I feel like it should have a more proper acronym to define it. BOSS, as in Bioorganic Security Sentry, because it makes sense. Because what the fuck is BOX supposed to stand for? I have no idea. Interesting of how an area based on fire is also based on desert. Because desert mounds in the background, because it's a source of heat. Aw. Data room. Just inject the super missile data into my systems, and we have acquired triple firepower. Every single time when you make progress, the game just becomes more dangerous, significantly more dangerous. That's when you know you're doing something right, when you're creating horror. And here we go. We don't encounter the box yet until we approach more SAX activity that blocks progress again. Actually, this one appears to be a lot more different with how it's been deteriorated. It doesn't look like that it's I don't know, paler. It looks more wrecked than rusted. Because when it's rusted, that's when because when it's rusted, that's SAX activity. When it's like, I don't know, just broken, that's, I guess you could say that's the box. That's just the box marking its territory in a way. 99 missiles, actually no, 100 missiles already, and this is, and we're still in the beginning of the game. Just a hole, just appearing on the, just a hole through the ground that leads to hidden, leads to a room for preparations. And the moment we go farther to the left and approach the door, the area starts rumbling. And we are greeted with the Bioorganic Security Sentry. I really wish they could have done a whole lot more with this fight. Because, when you fight it again later on, it's not all that fun. It feels rushed in a way compared to the first fight. Because I absolutely love the way that the Bioorganic Security Sentry attacks with its fire, with its fire stream bombs that actually, surprisingly enough, just extend and retract when it moves around. I don't know why. There's something more unique about the box in the in his first encounter than it really is in the in the second one. However, it took me a long time to realize that the box is not an ex-parasite host when you first encounter it. Later on, it will be. It's just following its distinct programming to destroy any unwanted intruders it detects. So in a way, it's not doing anything wrong, but it is a threat to us. Another thing that I really do not like about the box in general, Metroid Fusion, it's hardly giving any explanation in the game. All it is like oh, you encounter something that's about to kill you. Well, that's nice. You might encounter it again, so be careful. That's all they tell you. Whereas everything else is like, yeah, here's some information that we have with the enemies. So it's like, yeah, here's some interesting detailed info that we have with the boss that you're about to fight. So it's able to do this and it's able to do that, and yeah, be extremely careful and be careful of the SAX. Box barely gives. There's hardly anything given to the box. And that sucks. It escapes. Destroys, just jumps straight through the freaking ceiling. And just heads off to an unknown location. It feels like that. It feels like that the super missiles are equally as powerful as super missiles. Interesting. Get that missile tank. That's just a shortcut leading to the other sectors in the area when you're just busy collecting the rest of the items. There's all that special there. Need the screw attack, obviously. It's the last item you get in the game. There we go. Energy tank acquired. And there's more pickups that we need to get inside this area to prepare ourselves for the worst to happen, so let's do that whenever we still can. I love how, I don't know, heat-based this music sounds. But also sounds demonic in a way. Very foreboding. It's the most quietest, like by far the most and quietest and, you know, I'd say straightforward in meaning the sector theme in the game. If you ask me on what the absolute best sector theme in Metroid Fusion by far is Sector 6. I will definitely get to those reasons later because it's just phenomenally well composed. Because it is the nocturnal environment, meaning that enemies that hide in the shadows live there. The music that plays in there is just unbelievable. Well, anyway, I feel like that we might have gotten everything that we needed inside this area. Well, except for a couple power realm expansions we can't get yet, so let's get out of Sector 3. Contact Adam once again. I see that you encountered a rogue security robot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. Literally, that's all they tell you about it. And literally, that's all they ever tell you about it. Whereas in the second encounter, it's like, oh yeah, we discovered it in Sector 6. Go on and kill it. That's it. That's it. I might as well want to have to check the fandom site to like learn more about its lore in Metroid Fusion, because it is the most vaguest piece of a puzzle that this game has, and it's just like, what's its purpose? Who created it? And why did it not become an X-Parasite immediately when on your first encounter? So many unanswered questions in that thing, and it's just like, okay. It's just there. Box is just there. That's just it. But as to your brief, level 2 security locks are released. So sectors 5 and 6 are open. That means those sectors have likely been infiltrated by X. They are much harder to stop than we initially suspected. Sector 5, A or C, is sub-zero. You're still susceptible to coal from the vaccine's side effects, so you'll take damage if you even set foot inside there. Avoid Sector 5 for now, but in the meantime, HQ is working on data to adjust your suit for extreme temperatures. Once we have the transmission, you can download it, but the X have destroyed all the data rooms you have used so far. I no longer doubt their capacity for critical thought. Yeah, the X-Parasites are that smart. And that's what makes them so terrifying. Honestly, it's the concept of horror that I love the most about Metroid Fusion. It just nails it straight through the freaking floor and just engraves an early coffin for the player. Just, I don't know, hovering right beside them, somewhere in a different room. Just reminding them that yep, just reminding you that this is going to be your end. This is going to be your end. You better be careful. You'll have to use the data room in the night habitat. Sector 6, NOC. Go to Sector 6 and access a navigation room there. I'm definitely prepared for that. Is your objective clear? Tread lightly, Samus. You are the only one who can do this. And the X may be much more dangerous than we know. No longer terrifying. It's all about perseverance. Perseverance is all that remains inside the is what currently resides in the atmosphere in the game right here in this situation. And it just makes you feel more comfortable now that you have the super missiles, tons of energy, the high jump boots, and just feel like that you have that you have the power to like face off against anything that stands in your way. Perseverance is key in Metroid Fusion. There's so many things to love about this game. And anyway, that'll have to include the end of this episode of Metroid Fusion. Up next, we are going inside the nocturnal regions of Sector 6, and let's just say the moment we enter there, I'm gonna say this, the very moment we enter inside Sector 6, that brief moment of determination is slaughtered to lifeless oblivion. And just makes it even more dreadfully apprehensive. Unlike anything I have ever felt in this entire game. It still continues to amaze me to this very day. I'll get to those reasons later, so let's go. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed this episode of A Dreadful Journey featuring Metroid Fusion, episode number 38, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. This is GBA049 signing out. Go on offline, and see you next mission.